When you mention the word overtraining, you usually get two polar opposite opinions. You get the one side, which is usually the bro, saying you're not overtraining, you can't overtrain, overtraining is a myth, and you need to train harder. And you also get someone erring on the side of caution, saying that it's quite easy to overtrain. So by the end of this video, you'll get a better understanding of overtraining and how much you should train to avoid overtraining. I looked at a 2016 paper by Jeffrey Creer here, that's in the Journal of Sports Medicine, for most of this video, just to give me a better understanding of overtraining. So there's three different types of overtraining. The first one, functional overreaching. It's not really overtraining, but it's something that someone might mistake for overtraining. So it's a short-term decline in performance, which is a response to increasing the training volume, the training load, increasing the training intensity. And in the short term, say like days and weeks, you could see a dip in your performance, which rebounds after a period of recovery, can rebound to even greater than before. So athletes use this as a period in their training to basically go beyond what they were before. And then there's non-functional overreaching. This is more long-term. So this is something you can experience for weeks to months, and it's a dip in performance again in response to increasing the training intensity, increasing the training volume. This, you can also recover from this, but you can get more side effects when you're doing non-functional overreaching, and a lot of people mistake this for overtraining syndrome, which you're going to get into next. But you can get some endocrine disruptors here, you can get some psychological issues as well, maybe some energy dips and depression, but you'll see a decline in strength and performance here for sure, and it might be over a longer period of time, but you will need to recover in order to basically recover from the non-functional overreaching. Then there's overtraining syndrome. This is a lot more serious, and it's also a lot more rare, and I'll get into a bit more detail later. But basically this can be months upon end of basically there's a lot of side effects. So you'll see a dip in performance, you'll see a decline in body composition, maybe you'll lose muscle, maybe you'll put on some body fat, you'll lose strength, like I said, your performance will go down, your libido will go down, your sleep will be affected, your overall stress will be affected, your hormones will be disrupted. You can see all sorts of things going on. But yeah, this is way more serious. True overtraining syndrome, it's not something we can easily diagnose, and it's not something we should be diagnosing. But if you're experiencing some performance detriments, you're probably falling somewhere into the overreaching, especially if you're just doing weight training. If you're doing weight training with structured rest periods, even if you're doing some cardio as well, you're unlikely to be overtraining. If you're doing something like CrossFit, or you're a fighter and you're doing like strength training as well, then the likelihood is a lot higher. And if you're a professional athlete, again, the likelihood's higher, but it's still very rare, and there's not that many cases of true overtraining syndrome in the literature, anyway, that I could find. So there is one thing though, if you're not eating enough, if you're eating too little to support your training, then you're going to experience signs of overtraining. You might see a decline in strength, a decline in energy, decline in libido, sleep disturbances, but that's because you're not eating enough. And that's actually known as relative energy deficiency in sports. So red S. That's a topic for another video, but I just thought I would touch on that because you need to be eating to support your goals. That's enough calories, enough protein. So make sure you're doing that. And if you're doing that, it's going to be hard to overtrain. And I'm not saying to go out there and just blast it, because the relationship between volume, the amount of work you actually do, and hypertrophy is actually, to the muscle growth, is actually a inverted U-shaped curve. So the more you do, to a point, is going to build you more muscle, but then after that point, it's basically wasted volume. You're wasting your time in a gym, like more than likely. It does depend on the person, but you're likely wasting your time in a gym, and you're not going to see greater results as well. So a review by James Krieger, who is a really well-respected researcher in the field of hypertrophy, found the sweet spot to be 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week. And that's about 6 to 12 sets per muscle group per session. So you can now see that kind of doing the bro split way, although you'll still get results, that if you're doing 20 exercises per muscle group, you may just be, you may be having some junk volume in that particular workout. So again, for another video, training split wise, it's best to split it up. Best to train your muscles at least twice a week. Train each body part at least twice a week, that is. And obviously these sets should not be taken to complete failure, because if they're taken to complete failure, then it's a bit different. You should go about 1 to 2 sets shy of failure. If you hit like the last set and then you're going to complete failure, that's completely fine, but don't try and aim for failure. If you're aiming for failure, then you're going to do a lot more systemic damage, and there's going to be a lot more muscle damage, and it's going to be harder to recover between sessions, and it could impair your performance. With that volume, I always suggest starting on the lower end, so start the 10 sets per muscle group per week. And if you lead a very stressful life, then you definitely want to, stay on that for a little bit and see how your body responds. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be sleeping too little, be super stressed out at work, then going to work out for like an hour and a half in a gym, then trying to get in some food, then trying to sleep. It's going to be too much, and you're likely going to, like the minimum, you're going to edge on the side of non-functional overreaching, and you're not going to see the results you want, and you're going to get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you're likely to stop as well. So that's kind of going to be your overtraining symptoms. They're not really overtraining, but to be honest, from what I've seen in myself, when my stress levels get high, I always pull back the amount of training I'm doing, the amount of volume I'm doing, and then slowly even push it back up when the stress levels go down. But remember, eat enough, make sure you're eating enough, number one. Make sure you're sleeping enough, so you don't want to be under-recovering, because if you're under-recovering, you'll get some overtraining symptoms, and again, you'll be put off, you won't be getting the results you want, and that's not what you're looking for. You want to be getting consistent results. You want to be staying motivated by your consistent results. So make sure, again, sleeping is key, recovering enough between workouts, so not going crazy in the workouts, and also the food, making sure you're having enough calories. You don't want to go into a crazy deficit, then go to your workout and be like, I don't have the energy. I just don't have the energy to lift. My strength is not increasing, and I'm not seeing any muscle gain. So this has been a very quick video just to go over the overtraining. It is real. It's harder to do. Just you may find yourself on the non-functional overreaching if you're not getting results, or the functional overreaching, and that's why this again is a video for another day. But deloads are important. Periods of lower volume followed by increasing the volume back up. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, click that subscribe button now. If you've got any questions, comment below or send me a DM. Until the next video, keep pushing those limits.